Live it out loud!
Live out loud.
One of the next things we want to hit is idolatry, and it's kind of drug related too, but people tend to deal with idolatry in many different forms. Actually, like you said, they would have to think about, well, how I'm going to keep up with the next thing. That's almost like coveting. The Bible talks about coveting. That's basically, if you covet, if you're a coveter, you're basically also an idolater. Idolatry is basically worshiping those things. Anything that's not God and you worshiping it, that's idolatry.
Live it out loud!
I looked at, I can't remember what verse I was in, or what, I think I was in Romans. It was talking about basically idolatry, or an idol is nothing. It was talking about basically an idol being nothing, like you gain nothing.
Discussion.
Live out loud.
But looking at it as a drug aspect, our society today, specifically among the youth, they tend to, I don't know what it is, but I guess because the media has something to do with it, they just find so much comfort and peace in weed.
Yeah.
Marijuana and everything else.
Same with smoking too.
Yeah.
It seems like it's so simple because it's so commonplace, but it's.
I mean, and like one thing that gets me, especially with smoking, I've seen people go into the gas station, empty their pockets to get exact change to buy a carton of cigarettes.
Right.
Before you get gas, you in there talking about cigarettes. Like, that's not what a gas station is for.
Right.
And that's how you can tell that it is a form of idolatry. They're spending their very last to get something that they think that they need, and they really don't need it at all. And it brings them no benefit. It actually brings them more risks than it does benefits.
What's bondage too,
Right.
is that they sort of get you into it with secondhand smoke.
Yes.
With people standing outside of a door, and you're like, I want to go in, and they're sitting there just smoking. It's like, come and walk away.
I always hold my breath whenever I see it. Like,
but
they at the door.
it's still like a long way to walk though. And
Yes.
put them, and you're all here for like a very
Why did you just wait till I do it?
Yeah. But basically, like with idols, just want to say what he says in Ezekiel 14:3. Idols basically, it says these men set up idols in their heart, and those idols have become a stumbling block of sin before their faces. Just want to hear somebody else's opinion.
Live it out loud!
I just look at it as, a lot of people tend to look at it as a way out. People don't want to, call upon God. They want to find their own way out.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, they quickly jump into the fastest possible way of relief, right? And it's like, okay, well, I could go grab a drink. Or, oh, let me hit that. And it's just like, okay, while it's doing something for you right now, when you come off of that, you're going to be worse than what you were before. I've known people that actually had weed plants, and they will frustrate the mess out of me because it's like, why do you have this?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, oh, well, I need it.
No, you don't.
Right.
You're becoming dependent upon something that cannot help you.
Yeah.
And I always hear a lot of people say, oh, well, I don't drink to get drunk. Then what do you do it for? What is the purpose?
Yeah.
And
Can't be the taste.
That's what I've heard that before.
People just really don't understand that they're, just digging holes for themselves. They use it as an excuse. It's like, oh, I'm just a casual drinker. But how many of those casual drinks are going to turn into something that could be catastrophic?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drugs are a crutch.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at my notes, people need it daily to get high or get through some rough situations. A family member dies, they just smoke all like 2 packs, 3 packs, or whatever else, drink everything up. Basically, Psalms 18:2, like read when you got the chance. Basically, the Lord is all you need. You don't need a drug to grant a temporary high, because basically He'll be with you to lift you up, out of your sorrows and whatever else. I want to talk about also how with weed, in Romans 1:21 and through 23, basically, I'm thinking about Lecrae in my head. Basically, he's talking about how people took the the things God created and they begin to worship those.
Yeah.
And basically,
That's what made them idols.
yeah, that's now they're idols. And basically, it's saying like the creation, people form a worship for those things, and they're worshiping the creation and not the Creator, enjoying the pleasures of the world instead of enjoying the true and holy living God. So, I mean, and also how people say, well, smoking isn't bad for you. There's nothing in the Bible talking about smoking. I mean, if you look at if you open up your other eyes and look at it, 1 Corinthians 6:19 talks about your body being a temple. It's not just for fornication, but it's also being a temple. Basically, I like to use the reference like, okay, you wouldn't go smoking in your church, would you? Like, that's the temple right there. That's where the Spirit of God is supposed to dwell inside the church, even though not just the brick walls, but the body. We are the church. But it's like, you're not going, why you smoking out the Holy Spirit, like, with the profane and foul and blasphemous smoke? Like, dude, you're supposed to keep this, your body isn't even yours, it's loaned.
Live out loud!
How does one live out loud? The answer is simple. By spreading the gospel